Hey, young William.
Hey, Chris.
Guess where we are right now?
Greenfuse Botanicals.
Oh, how'd you know that? Oh, signs everywhere. Anyway, Chris from Growertalks magazine.
Bill from Tech on Demand.
And we are at Greenfuse, one of the many stops at the California Summer Trials 2021. Be sure to like and subscribe our videos so you can get notified about all of them that we've been posting this week. Greenfuse is used to be known as an annuals company, but they've been doing a lot with perennials. First light perennials is what they call them, meaning they don't need any vernalization. They bloom the first season. So the first perennial we're going to look at is right out here, except, let's get really confusing, it's not exactly a perennial. It's an annual Rudbeckia called Rodeo Double Red. We're also going to look at some perennial Rudbeckia, but this one, well, that color is just striking, Bill, and that's why they brought it on board.
Big blooms. I mean, it's just really interesting dual color on it, but it still has that Rudbeckia shape that we all love.
Yeah, the flowers are really a chocolatey brown with a hint of orange in the middle, a black eye, really almost a deep red kind of a color, surrounded by this really nice Rudbeckia Rising Sun chestnut gold, so you can see the contrast you get between the two types.
Which is also an annual type,
yes,
right?
Now for perennial Rudbeckia, you swing over here to the left, and we see, I think they've got 4 new ones over here in their Dakotas. And we've got, I want to see where Jen is pointing the camera, see where she's going to be starting. That one is Dakota Double Gold, beautiful double flowers. To the right of it is Dakota Red Shield. Even further to the right, this one I really like, that's Dakota Flame. And then if you swing up to this, that is a beautiful plant habit. That's Dakota Gold. So these are the perennial Rudbeckias. So a lot of choices here at Greenfuse. A lot of existing varieties, a few that were introduced within the last year or two, but we wanted to swing around to another batch of yellow, because that seems to be the theme today, to their Coreopsis. And we've got one main new series out here. This is called Reina, R-E-I-N-A, and the one you're looking at is Single Giant Gold. Beautiful habit, big flowers, very uniform across the top, but I love the way they are held up against above the foliage, but in a uniform way. And the bees are loving it around here, the pollinators. And back here, there's just one plant of it. This is Reina Gold, which is a double flower. This was introduced last year, Bill, in the Zoom pack trials that we attended. So that's what's going on in Coreopsis. And then, okay, if you don't like yellow, well, how about every other shade of white and pink and rose and purple and salmon you could imagine, and a yellow in their Dianthus. Wide ranging collection here. These are interspecific types that we're looking at the front. These are called Constant Promise. Constant Beauties. Well, the Constant Promise here,
first, and
then Constant Beauties here. Now, the interspecific nature of them gives the big flowers of, I want to make sure I get this right, the large flowers of a chinensis type of Dianthus, and the heat tolerance of a Barbados type. So you get sort of the best of both worlds in here. Lots of colors available. And then we swing down, there is this Constant Beauty Yellow, which is a nice pale, soft yellow available. So lots of Dianthus. But where would you position a hydrangea amongst annuals, perennials, and potted plants and all of that?
Wow, I feel like you could use it for all of them.
Well, I think that's kind of the way it is. We're going to show you a really cool hydrangea that I think is a game changer. Well, quite literally. This is the one I was talking about here, young William. It's a game-changing hydrangea. You know how I know that?
Well, because the name is Game Changer. And it's new.
Here, I'll turn that right there so Jen can get it on camera. It is Game Changer hydrangea, and Steve Jones gave us a list of about a dozen reasons he said it's a game changer. First off, this is not your typical vernalized florist hydrangea that you bring in and then finish over a, over a period of time. You get it as unrooted cuttings or as rooted liners and can finish it. How fast did he say, Bill?
He said you could finish it in 12 weeks.
12 instead of 20 that you might normally take, so 8 weeks quicker than a typical crop. This is a lace cap type, which is very trendy, I think. You can do it as a floral potted crop or a landscape plant because it is Zone 5 hardy. No vernalization needed.
Blooms on soft wood
or hardwood.
Yeah.
So so far I haven't found any downsides to this plant. It's just one of those that you really got to try out for yourself. Whether you're a potted plant grower, a landscape plant grower, or even a bedding plant grower, I think to try to try out Game Changer and see if it really is a game changer. Now we're going to stroll down a little bit. Anytime I see Purslane or portulaca, I love it because as a former Florida grower and landscaper and resident, hot, dry, these things always love it. This is a new series called 24/7. And immediately I knew what he meant by that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's earlier and later than all the others.
It's gonna flowers. These flowers close up at night. They open up in the morning, but what time of day do they open? Well, it's not going to stay open 24/7, not quite literally, but he says it should be opening earlier and staying open longer than any other varieties out there. So that is the 24/7 series.
5 colors in that series.
All right, in petunias, and they've got a raft of them here. Their blanket series has been around a long time. You can see the habit of them down here, Jenzy. I mean, blanket is the name. Steve's always been good at naming things for what they do. And this blanket is a surprise.
It is. It's a surprise. There's multiple colors of blooms.
There was apparently a mix-up in the propagation somewhere. But yes, surprise, silver surprise, we should say. Blanket silver surprise has 2 different color flowers in it. It's got these pretty lavender silver flowers, and it's got these vivid pink or rose-colored flowers. And occasionally, as Bill, you pointed out, you get a little bit of both on one flower there. Zoom back to that basket and you can see what it does. Basically, it's a combination planter without having to plant a combination plant, just one variety in there.
Exactly, and growers love it for summer production.
Should have asked if they'd come up with more surprise colors. That would be a lot of fun. Well, a surprise color, not so much, because now there's a competitor on the market, is Good and Plenty Mustard. That's a new name for I've never heard a flower color named for a condiment.
No, and it's really the only condiment you need on hot dogs, to be totally honest.
No ketchup?
No.
So we're not going to get a red petunia called ketchup, or one of those chartreuse ones called relish.
Mix.
But anyway, this could give bee's knees a run for its money. You have to see how it performs for the grower and in the landscape. But that is as yellow a petunia as you're going to find, and that's part of the Good and Plenty series, which is day length neutral and a little more compact and mounding than their others. And last, we're going to wrap up with something I think everybody seems to love is these Rex begonias. When they first came out, they were thought of as like, oh yeah, my grandma had one of those. Mm-hmm. But now they're being reintroduced to the market, and with houseplants and foliage plants being so popular, hey, why not give these a try? We've got, I think, 3 new ones. Bill's holding one of them here. That is Lime Ricky, and I should mention these are all Shadow Kings. That's the collection name, Lime Ricky. Back there is Rose, and I like this one. This is called Lemon Love, and to me this almost looked like a Pilea peperomioides, except with a serrated leaf. The way it comes up with a little center stem on that. So that's 3 new ones in the Begonia Shadow King series. And there was one new one over here that Steve pointed out in their much larger Bewitched Begonia series. This is amazing. I love the way this looks. This is Bewitched Night Owl. There's something about the pattern that is just so bold. This is a Halloween plant.
Absolutely.
To me.
Absolutely.
I want to see this in October
greenhouse.
displays. It looks like a ghost somehow, or something haunted. It is just so cool.
Or like bat wings.
Bat wing. That's it.
There you
It's
go.
a bat. That's what I was seeing. It's a bat plant. It's a Bewitched Night Owl. So that is a lot of fun right there. I got to come back and get some more photos of that. The last thing we'll look at is their Calibrachoa series called Cruise Control. Big flowers on these, really nice habit. We had, I think, 4 new colors come up here. This is apple Delicious. Down below is Blue Delicious, which is not a type of apple yet. And my favorite, Jen can get it, it's way down there, that is called Blue Splash. And that's a really nice contrast of colors there. So, golly, that's annuals, perennials, perennials that are annuals, hydrangeas that are everything,
annuals
and a bat plant.
plants.
All from Greenfuse Botanicals here at the 2021 California Summer Trials.